I think we do. Something that Inga had while he was waiting for Dirk. Oh, the phone! He was on the phone! That's why he didn't turn around to look at them. With it, we just might be able to figure out whose voice it was. Well, we wouldn't be able to tell who it was, but we can identify what or who he was talking to. Or why he wasn't alarmed, more so. I believe we can identify the male voice Minister Inga heard with this. The mobile effect. Uh-oh. Oh god, where's the phone? Wait, wise? Am I stupid? Oh, it's there. That's why. Phew. God, I started to panic a little bit there. That's my father's... Yeah, sorry. I know this must be hard for you, but could you please look at this photo? There's something here that can point us toward the identity of the voice. This is the real source of the man's voice. Yeah, it's even on the left-hand side. A phone. A cell phone? Right, I believe that the voice the minister heard was of a call on this cell phone. I see. Well, that certainly makes sense. What is your eminence's view on the matter? I can see the possibility. Then it seems I must refine my vision. Subordinate's voice. There we go. It appears that the voice belonged to one of my father's subordinates. I need to itch. I kinda like punched my headphones, but whatever. Why do you suppose he was talking to one of them then? My father had members of the secret police positioned throughout the palace. They were supposed to contact him as soon as they saw Dirk and the rest of you. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Your benevolence, I believe you have an insight to revise. I know, Bobhead. Don't presume to tell me how to do my duty. Okay, so her insight's revised. Around 3 PM, okay. My father then took a call from a subordinate at the palace. There we go. Hooray! My father tried to shoot his attacker, but he missed, and the attacker let our laugh. Good. So the voice was coming from the phone. That's good to know. But there might have been other sounds coming from the phone, sounds that could be clues. Let's take another look at Rafer's insights, and really focus on the various sensations. Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this now. Okay. So what was the other one? Took a call from a subordinate at the palace. Oh, we're trying to point out that it's not the palace. Subordinate's voice. Is there any other thing that pops up? A lion's roar. Oh, they're at the bazaar. That would be the warbird bird. Yes, if I had to guess. I mean, it's more sound, but this goes to show that it's not at the palace. Objection! Perfect. God, it's been 3 hours. I hate to break it to you, your benevolence, but you misinterpreted something again. What do you mean? Again. Smooth move, Apollo. I think you just hurt her feelings. She may put on a brave face, but she feels more than she lets on. Let me rephrase that, your benevolence. Your interpretation of your father's phone call to his subordinate at the palace is inconsistent with his final memory. What do you mean by that? A lion's roar could be heard over the cell phone. Over the phone. Don't you find that strange? You claimed the call was with someone at the palace. But let me ask you, do you keep lions there? No. The only animals at the palace are little birdies and my pet frog. Wait. That giant one in front of the minister... Wait. That giant one in front of the minister's house is her pet? Besides, there aren't any lions in Karine. We don't even have any zoos. A rather sad state of affairs, I'm afraid. Well, I remember hearing a sound like that. The lion's roar coming from the phone is actually something hanging out in the bazaar. The jungle. Isn't that the cry of the warbard over in the bazaar? Ah. Your Benevolence, do you think you can clarify the voice for me? Very well. I will now attempt to further refine my vision. Wait, so what's this? What's this? Just as I suspected. It was the call of a warbard. That means the subordinate minister Inga was talking to was in the bazaar, not the palace. But why is it important where the call came from? What significance could it have? She's right. Is it important to know where the call was made from? Yes. It's actually very important. Knowing that the person on the other end was at the bazaar means that the loud explosion might not have been the sound of a gunshot. But I can think of no other item that makes such a noise in the area. Firecracker. Go ahead, Apollo. Tell her. Tell Ray for the real source of that sound. Will do. Well, Hornhead, I'm waiting. What was the true source of that explosive sound? What the hell was it under? Oh yeah, the firecracker. Olby. There we go. There we go. Shadow was surprised by a firecracker. Boom! What is that? It's Olby, your guide's statement. In it, he claims that Dats Arabelle threw a firecracker at him while he was at the bazaar. Then... yes, the sound heard over the phone was a firecracker exploding. And yet, a bullet was found at the scene of the crime. A bullet fired from Minister Inga's gun. How do you explain that? Given the fact it shattered a statue, seems a bit odd. Well, we don't know whether it was fired during the course of the crime, right? Or do you have evidence that proves when the pistol was discharged? No, I have none. Ha! Fuck you! Bitch. Wait a second. If that loud bang was a firecracker, then could that laugh at the end have been... oh my god, it was Dats. No, it can't be. Oh, it can. And it is. The laugh came from none other than Dats Arabelle. Of fucking course. The Joker who got a kick out of startling Olby and with his dragon snot snaps. That happy-go-lucky Dats Arabelle. What? Someone should really put a leash on that guy. Oh, he has a knack of showing up in every trial. I shouldn't think how one man can be the cause of so much trouble. Hey there, AJ! PW! PW! Y'all can thank me later. Oh my god. No one asked for your commentary, Mr. Arabelle. Your Benevolence, do you need to revise your insight? It would appear so. Oh my god, that was great. Yeah, right, okay. So, my father then took a call from a subordinate at the bazaar. The true source of that loud bang was the firecracker Dats threw. And that final laugh belongs to none other than Dats himself. Of course. Well, this changes everything. Let's go over the details of Rafer's insight again. Okay. I think I've got this down now. Time to find another inconsistency. Oh, wait a minute. If that laughter and the explosion, dogs bark, pain. Yeah, no. I don't remember where it was. Crap. I'm just thinking whether this would actually be correct, because the explosive was actually... It went off at 2 PM, not 3.
Objection!
The music stopped. That's a good sign. Your benevolence, there's a glaring problem with this insight. Again? There is. You stated that the murder happened at around 3 PM, which is right around the time my client arrived on the scene. However... Oh, I didn't actually know that's what he was going to say. However, now that we know what the source of the loud bang is, your insight conflicts with a certain piece of evidence. I suppose I have to ask the obvious here. What is that evidence? What evidence conflicts with the claim that the murder occurred at 3 PM? Albie's statement, again. Nah, 2 PM. Yeah, Shadow was surprised by the firecracker. Albie your guy's statement, again? Yes, because to summarise what he said... Oops. At around 2 PM, Shadow was surprised by a firecracker and ran into the palace courtyard. Around 2 PM? That's right. 2 PM. Not 3 PM. Oh, she cracked! She is cracked! Yes! Oh my god, that's a fucking victory and a half. I don't know why this feels so much more satisfying than Manfred. I think it's because everything's a lot more animated than it ever was on the DS. For obvious reasons. Are you suggesting he died an hour prior? I think you know where I'm going with this. Dats's laugh, the cry of the warbard, and the bang of the firecracker were all heard right before Minister Inga's death. Thanks to Albie's statement, we can put a definitive timestamp on all these sounds. Therefore, what this vision shows is that it's extremely likely that the deceased's final moments were at 2, rather than 3 as we had originally thought. How the hell does he see Dirk at that point then? Dare I ask? It means the murder took place a full hour before Dirk entered the tomb. Again, Paul Kunker. How can this be? Wow, it's actually quite weird seeing her crack. Are you saying that I, the very personification of the law, have been mistaken? Fake nails! Meh, now you see why justice will always prevail. That was incredible. Yes! It's the little victories, but my god they feel great. Peace, peace I say. Now then, defense. I must remind you that the figure of the accused was clearly shown in the vision. How do you explain that? I wouldn't say it was clearly shown. After all, the figure didn't actually have a face. You are absolutely right. Without a face, we can't be certain of who it was. Furthermore, need I remind you that if the vision is from 2 PM, Dirk was still with me and Mr. Wright, which means this faceless figure couldn't possibly be him. So then, what are we to make of this 1 hour difference? Wait, 2 o'clock? That's when my mother was performing the rite of channeling. Ooh. The palace guards had all been reassigned to guard the channeling chamber for the rite. Don't tell me. The royal residence, it would have been virtually unguarded. Uh-oh. Which means the real killer could have easily slipped unseen into Amara's tomb. Defense, are you saying that this is someone disguised as the accused? It very well could be. That's exactly what I believe, Your Majesty. Preposterous. Disguises cannot deceive the memories of the dead. That the face did not appear this time is mere happenstance. Had it appeared, such subterfuge would have been clear as day. He's got a point there. Anyone who knows about the divination seance would have tried to hide their face. Nevertheless, our killer openly appeared before Inga. The question is, why? Apollo? Maybe the killer could afford to be so bold. Because they knew their face wouldn't show up in the seance vision. What? It's possible that the killer dared to dress in Dirk's clothes and stand square in front of Inga, precisely because they knew they could get away with it. But how could anyone be so sure of something like that? A long time ago I heard of a cognitive disorder that impairs a person's ability to distinguish between different faces. What if Inga had it? Then, are you saying that this is literally how Inga saw the world? Yes, we can't normally see through the eyes of others, but in this case, we can. And if he had that disorder, I imagine this is how faces appeared to him in life. Oh dear. Okay, let's say that the killer knew that Inga had such a disorder. They could definitely use it to pin the crime on Dirk. But if you're wondering about how to prove that Inga had it, you already have what you need. Really? Ah, the notepad. That explains why it was literally characteristics, not like facial features. Well, defense, do you have anything to show that to this court? Yes, I believe so. Frankly, I have no idea what Mr. Wright means, but I'll look at the evidence over again. What explains why the face of Minister Inga's killer is absent in his seance vision? Where the fuck? Wait, what? Wait, whoa. Oh, it's on page 2, that's why. Yeah. It just Nana, purple hat, glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo on forehead, long hair, eye patch, blue clothes. Spiky hair, blue clothes, pink necktie. So yeah, that would fit the description for Dirk. That's his notes. A notepad? Yes, it was found in Minister Inga's room. And it holds the answer we're looking for. As you can see, it's filled with detailed notes on various individuals. What kind of clothes they wear, hairstyles, and other discerning physical characteristics. And this is connected to the faceless nature of the killer. How? The vision we saw was exactly what Minister Inga saw with his own eyes. It is he who saw his killer as a person without a face. In fact, this is how he normally saw everyone around him. What's this? I believe Minister Inga had a disorder that prevented him from recognizing faces. It would explain the faceless being. Oh, God. And why he needed a notepad full of people's physical characteristics. Now that I think about it, my father was always terrible at remembering people. By simply changing my hairstyle, he would fail to recognize even me. Your Eminence, you knew that your husband had such a disorder, didn't you? Oh, she got her nails back. He never wished for it to become public knowledge. But I suppose there is no use in keeping quiet about it now. It is, as you say. My late husband had a special disorder that hindered his ability to recognize faces. The medical term for it is, oh god, prosopagnosia? I think I didn't butcher it too badly. So Mr. Wright was right. The memories of those afflicted with such disorders in life do appear strange at times. Okay. There is precedent for this. So the killer likely knew about the disorder and used it to their advantage. Right. So there's someone who is both knowledgeable about the divination seance and aware of Inga's affliction. Your Eminence? Who knew about your husband's condition? A small number of servants who tended to his needs. And me. Surely you were not about to insinuate that I committed this crime? Maybe. Wouldn't put it past you. You look evil. That's all that needs to be said. Oh no, Your Eminence. Still, could she have done it? Garan has an alibi, remember? Alright. She was conducting the rite of channeling at 2 PM. In that case... Your Eminence, does Naina know about Minister Inga's disorder? Of course she does. She is our head servant. So as head servant, she knew about Minister Inga's condition. And as the princess's personal attendant, she is familiar with the divination seance. If these two facts together don't make her a possible suspect, I don't know what would. Of course. You witless lawyer. How quick you are to forget the facts. Facts like... Enlighten us. When Inga was last seen alive. Oh, 2:30. You claim he was slain at 2, yet that is impossible. For Rafa saw him at 2:30. We did completely forget about that. No, there must be some mistake. There just must be. What happened? So you see, the murder could only have happened at 3 PM. The hour Dirk entered the tomb. There is no other answer to this puzzle. Why don't we ever get to make up answers like Garan makes up laws? Guess it's back to square one. Where did we go wrong? I don't think we're the problem. We just seem to be short one piece of the puzzle. Our deductions so far explain everything to a T. Everything except for Inga's sighting at 2:30. I see. And without that final puzzle piece, all of our deductions fall apart. Apollo, if Inga's sighting is the only anomaly, we'll just have to find a way to make it fit into the bigger picture. Time to think outside the box then, right? Let's see. It would be impossible to see Inga walking around after he'd been killed. But what if there was a way to make people think he was alive even though he was dead? Oh my god. Stop making it too obvious. Like a way to make people witness the living dead. Sounds like some kind of TV show. Things like that don't happen in real life. Yes, they do. At least in the Phoenix Wright universe. Wait a minute. That's it. Yes, channeling. God, jeez. Apollo, did you just... I did. I figured it out. I know how to make people witness the living dead. We've done it in court before. Your Majesty, our deductions weren't wrong after all. Despite Minister Inga being murdered at 2 PM, he was seen heading into the tomb at 2:30, and I'll tell you how. I certainly hope you will. Because I have no idea what you're talking about. The Minister Inga her benevolence saw was, in fact... There it is, someone channeling him. It was the deceased being channeled. It's the only way a man who was already dead could have been seen by her benevolence. Channeled, you say? My god. That's right, and there are only 2 people capable of spirit channeling here in Karain. Her Eminence Queen Garen and Maya Fey. It's possible that one of them was channeling the Minister. It would seem that you are ever bent on making me party to this crime. Prosecutor, what was I doing at 2:30? Or at 2:30 PM? The time at which my husband was seen. Eminence... I believe you had completed the channeling rite and were having tea with... the king of the neighbouring realm. There would have been many attendants there too. Nyota has to keep up with her schedule too. What doesn't she make him do? Then that leaves only Maya. Yeah, it does. Maybe someone was forcing her to use her power toward nefarious ends. The real killer could have been threatening her. I'm not sure. That cannot be. So then, Inga's scream. That was probably from when he woke up from being called back to this world. After all, that's when the flow of time would have picked back up for him after he died. Oh, Nana. So Minister Inga probably leapt to his feet, thinking he just had a nightmare. Then realising it was almost time for the hostage exchange, he raced off to Amara's tomb, not even realising he was already dead. Then... her benevolence really did see a dead man running. But the person that went into there was Nana. Using the sacred power of spirit channeling to commit a crime? How can this be? The defense calls Miss Maya Fey to the stand. Well, Your Eminence. Will you allow a new witness? It matters not. Either way, this lawyer shall soon know the truth. He will know just how much of an imbecile he is in the face of my infallible arguments. Yeah, we'll see. I'll wipe that smirk off your fucking face. Insult me all you want, witch. But you'll be eating those words when I expose the truth. Yeah! Very well. Let us adjourn until the next witness is ready. Fuck. Bollocks. No! To be continued. No! Fuck. It's been 3.5 hours. So it's been 2 hours and 15 minutes. So if we're on track with like the average length of the case, it's 6 hours for the trial. Which means there's probably about 3.5 left. So I could do this in one more session. Yeah. But yeah, I think I'm going to call that here, because I don't think there's going to be another to be continued. There probably will, but It's been 3.5 hours, and my voice kind of hurts, and I want a drink. So, yeah. Next session. And I'm not going to lie, next session will probably be either later today, or later tonight, because it's 10 PM, or it'll be tomorrow at some point. I'll figure it out. But I really just want to keep going until the final case is done. Because I just want to finish it. I just want to see how it ends. I mean, then we have the DLC case, but that's fine. I can, after I finish the main story case, or this case, I can essentially just leave Ace Attorney until I get back around to it. Basically. Oh man, but things are getting good. Things have been good the entire game, to be honest. Either way. Whew. That's going to be the end of the session. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. And until next time, take care.